Greetings and salutations, my operators, and welcome back to Fate Grand Order Lost Belt number 7. Last time, we got to the first border of the underworld, where we met up with King Protea, who would then quickly killed by Kamazotz, the bat god of Aztec mythology, I believe, and corrupted into, I don't know, sassy teenager King Protea. But after defeating her, we were able to travel across the river. Unfortunately, she is now stuck there due to Kamazotz somehow having our command spells. So now we're heading on to Section 4 at the Golden City. So let's go!
It's so hot. The heat really kicked back into high gear as soon as we crossed the river. I want to go back and play with Protea.
Oh? You're going back to the first underworld, Marine? I'm sorry to hear that.
Tepu, you meanie. Of course I'm not gonna go back. I'm still one of Bear Draco's bodyguards, you know. I wasn't being serious. I just wanted to vent. But it'd be nice if you let me stay under your wing for a bit.
Under my wing? Ah, I see. Because the shade will help you keep cool. Keep you cool, yes? It's nice to see Tepu and Marine getting along so well. They're like father and son. Oh, no, I probably shouldn't just jump right to calling Tepu a father. We don't know how old he is. Father. That's the name for one of the two providers of genetic material for your species, right? I don't really see the merits of procreating to raise a genealogical successor. But if you're imagining the two as father and child, I agree Tepu seems older than the rest of you. Let's see, if you convert his age to human years, I'd say he's around 90, give or take. That would mean he's more of a grandfather than a father. Oh gosh, I had no idea we've been asking so much of a senior citizen. Oh, don't worry. I'm quite alright. Dino bodies remain in perfect health until they meet their end. More importantly, are you sure you don't mind leaving Protea behind? I still don't understand this summoning system very well, but wasn't there something else you could have done? Thank you, Protea. We could never have crossed the first underworld without your help.
The most comfortable cruise I ever went on.
You're still so happy, even after that major huge mess along the way? What, that wasn't a mess. That was just another interaction with a primitive creature. It's like when you go to pet a dog and it ends up biting you. That kind of thing happens all the time, right? That's pretty clearly something that happened to director Olga Marie, but I think silence might be golden here, right, Senpai? Well, this is as far as I go. Thank you so much, everyone. Huh? You're staying here? Why don't you come with us? You're part of Kalia too, right?
I'm afraid she can't do that, youngness. Although the mask no longer holds any sway over her, King Protea is still unable to leave this boundary of the underworld. The only reason she was able to operate here without either the Stormborder or Barrow Draco as her master was her having been made into this stratum's guardian.
He's right. I may have been summoned in the Stormborder, but I fell into Miquelon before I could form a contract and magical energy connection to Master. I still have a large magical reactor, so I can at least move around on my own. But that weird bat guy, Kamazots forced me to agree to become a guardian in exchange for power.
So you make Kamazots before us, huh?
That little bastard. Do something, Father. Give her a way to leave this toxic and work environment.
I wish I could. I can remove the infected parts from her, but this matter reaches into her very spirit origin itself. To take King Protea out of this level of the underworld will require a complete reset.
So what if we had her disappear, then summon her again at the border?
Perfectly viable, until you consider the risk of resummoning. Remember, King Protea is a divine spirit. The odds of summoning her again are slim, and even if you succeeded, it may not be this same King Protea. Even when speaking of a single heroic spirit, it is impossible to see the same version again once they've disappeared. That is the fate of all servants. Lady Yu Olga Marie. I hope you can understand.
What? Why would anyone ever... Who had the idea for such a terrible system? Thank you for getting started on my behalf. But it isn't all bad. I may have been turned into an altar and made into a... Chitonal. But at least I can stay materialized here in the first level of the underworld, even without a master. So, I'll wait here in case you all come back. And if you do, then I'll flare around so hard no enemy will be able to touch us. I'll always be your servant, Baron Draco, no matter what happens.
I'm sure we can figure something out once we reach the storm border.
I see. I do feel bad about leaving her behind, but if you say so, I'll take your word for it.
It's so nice of you to worry about Protea, even though you didn't talk to her much, Tepu. Did she take your breath away, too? I don't blame you. Her horns were really cool.
No, not exactly. I only feel that aquatic animals are, well, difficult. Most dinos live on land. Only a scant few live in water, or take to the air. Terrestrial dinos like me have a hard time sympathizing with their unique way of seeing the world. But I still feel bad about our society isolating such dinos just because they're a different size or shape.
By the way, Mash, have you been able to contact the border?
No. Our last communication was about 48 hours ago. They said their comms equipment had broken down.
I see. So you don't have any information about their status now. Perhaps then you should be more concerned about them than about a single servant. I'm aware Caldea's staff consists of seasoned veterans at this point, but this is still Miklan. It is a lost belt, and it exists in direct opposition to proper human history. And of course, humans aren't nearly as durable as servants. Were I you, I might not just wait for something to happen to them.
Thanks for the tip. Come on, Mash. Let's hurry.
Excellent. As to your next step, I suggest you prepare to combat the horde of carnivorous insects approaching from above. How ironic that the dinos here are herbivores, and the insects here are carnivores. But of course, the worst part about these insects is all the diseases they carry.
Very true. Those winged insects can penetrate a dino's hide to pump any number of toxins into their blood. These toxins don't damage the cells directly, but they do send unbearable pain signals to the brain. So painful is the toxin that many dinos choose to take their lives simply to end their suffering. In fact, this condition is the 6th most common cause of death among our kind.
So even the weakest of creatures have means of devouring the strong. Ha ha ha. Just what I would expect from the jungle. Survival of the fittest clearly has nothing on this place.
What's so funny? Do you want to get hit with pain so bad it makes you want to end it all? Please, Baron Draco, please get those bugs out of here.
Hmm. Yeah, I think the best option is just to like support the director. Wow. I mean, I guess we don't need it now. Don't know if I have enough power to 3-turn this. Okay, cool. Damn it! Not enough. Uh-oh.
あのあたりちゃんと指導してバックこの
Yeah, I already lost the... If I do the shuffle, I have to bank on the next turn getting a buster.
演説の時この星を滑るものである演説の時来たわねはい NSS サービスですもちろんお望みのままにあのあたりあもうちゃんと指導して当てるわ当たってこの
Oh! Did not notice there was a sexlet wave. Oh. You could have 3-turned this.
ちゃんと指導して
It was a regular wave.
身の程を知れ
Damn.
この
What kind of bug is this? No, I can't use a skill because I don't have enough charge. I can get enough charge and then... They're both assassins too.
イノベーション始めます来やすいのあのあたりねまあ大変
Arts. The only card I'm not boosted.
遥か遠けき思い立ち今なお残る神々の愛よさあここよゲートオブエギルキラッキラにしてあげる目障りですね
Uh-oh.
ね。ちゃんと指導して。確かこうかな。ははは。じゃあ
Okay. So anyone can kill that one, so we can probably finish it next turn.
このこの星をすぐ言うことがあるでしょ。演説の時来たわね。あのあたり、
ブブブ
あ、もう演説中よ。静かになさい。仕事とはいえ私も女ですので、実利成績そして趣味を優先で楽しませていただきましたわ。
That was such a long outro. Oh, more story. There are owls.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm so useless.
What? Are you you're still stewing about earlier, Marine? Come on, let it go. We're in a strange new land. It's impossible to see through this foliage. It's super hot, and those things could fly. I don't blame you at all for not noticing them. Even Master Ortonax didn't detect them until they were right on top of us.
It's true. I'm sorry. I still don't know why I didn't register those insects as a threat.
It's not your fault, Mash. I'm a lookout. It's my job to catch the things your gizmos misses.
Want to do combat training together?
Really? Yeah, that sounds great. I'm technically a Marine, so I want to be able to do martial arts too.
That's all well and good, Marine. But why don't we take a little break first? It's not safe to cross the jungle by night. There's the Kwame, the great serpents who move along too quickly for us to notice. The Kapakti, large alligators who blend into the surroundings until they're within biting range. Those carnivorous insects and the mindless dinos lurking around. We would be much safer staying in one place and resting until the sun returns. Once it has, we can resume our journey.
Okay, then I'll take the night watch.
No, that's okay, Marine. I found a frequency the bugs don't like in the last battle, and I set up a bounded field to repel insects. That should be enough. The Ordinax should alert us if anything else hostile gets close. I think we can all sleep soundly tonight.
Oh, great! Then I can break out my sleeping bag. I love curling up in it.
Repelling insects with a frequency of sound they dislike. What a clever idea. So this is how proper human histories humans compensate for what they lack themselves. It's also a textbook example of why maybe you shouldn't always fill every void you find. Take nuclear fission, for example. Sure, it provides plenty of energy, but also produces some seriously harmful waste. Really, when you think about it, the whole course of human technological development makes no sense. Any species with two brain cells to rub together would figure out a way to deal with that kind of waste before experimenting with nuclear fission. By proper human history, humans are focused on getting the absolute most potent thing they can at the expense of all else. There's an expression someone coined that really sums it up. You can be too smart for your own good. Anyway, my point is, you shouldn't be too quick to praise proper human history, Tepu. Still, if they ever get around to a real clean energy revolution by finding a stable way to achieve nuclear fusion, then I'll be willing to accept them as honorary space humanoid life forms.
What are honorary space humanoid life forms?
A humanity worthy of my rule. Or, to put it another way, humanity 100 years from now. Can I ask you something, Olga Mary? There's something I've been wondering about for a very, very long time now. Why President of Earth? Oh, I'm not asking what the position means. I'm asking why you want it. Oh, come on, Mash. Why would you even need to ask something so up?
Yeah, why do you want to be Prez, Yuo?
Are you mocking me? Fine. I guess presidents do need to hold the occasional press conference. I came here from an empty planet when I heard this planet crying out for help. I came here to help, so I have no intention of claiming the planet as if it were my own personal property. And that's why I don't have any plans to declare myself king or become one like Kamazots did. I see my role on this planet as being about raising and guiding its intelligent life. I want its government to be fair, its history to be just, and to create a world where all kinds of people and opinions are treated with respect and acceptance. A president supervises her people, represents their interests, and celebrates their successes. That's the sort of leader I want to be, I think. I, still can't remember my specific plans or my exact reasons, but... Anyway, that's what I think ruling is about. That's why I have to. Why I have to wipe everything away and start your foolish species over from scratch.
Director Olga Mary?
Why do you keep calling me that? As if what happened at the palace wasn't weird enough. How many times are you going to... No, wait. The first time we met was at that cave, right? Where did I get palace from? Well, never mind. Since your memory's obviously so terrible, I'll make it real simple for you. I have come to this planet to rid it of evil and put it back on the right path. I am the great leader here to guide humankind out of his own foolishness. That is you, Olga Marie. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, but if we're so foolish...
You think there are other, better choices of intelligent life to help out in the vastness of space? Heh, idiot. When did I say being foolish was a bad thing? Besides, humanity is far from the only foolish species out there. Heck, intelligent life forms are basically foolish by nature, right? The universe wouldn't be what it is if we didn't make mistakes. It's all well and good to say this from my high horse. But when is my body going to work like it's supposed to again? My humanity output organs are down to only 4% capacity, and my primary data processing facilities have completely crashed. I can't even be a decent secretary like this, let alone president. What exactly am I, anyway?
So that's why the Holy Sword didn't work. Because she has no malicious intent for the Earth. My eyes! God, drain the sun! Why? Whoa, these planes are massive!
Oh wow, I had no idea there were places like this in McLeod. I thought it would be all steep mountains and dense foliage everywhere we went.
Still too hot and too much sunlight, but the breeze feels so nice. Come on, let's hurry. The storm borer should be somewhere in the jungle past these plains.
This isn't good. I'm afraid I have some very unfortunate news, and a suggestion I'd like... No, never mind. Too late. You had best prepare for imminent combat.
Tapu?
Not even trying to sneak across the plains anymore, huh? Oslame? Well, you get no mercy from us. If you thought we'd be fooled by you bringing along a mindless dino, you thought wrong. The king of dinosaurs has decreed that any who try to cross the plains should be attacked on sight, dinos or not. You ocelot bastards are in for a world of pain now.
Wait, what? Ah. Who should I bring? Oh, wait, no, I can only bring a support or a habitat. Or mash. We're against berserkers. Oh my god, I didn't realize I had a friend with NP5 Millicene. Well, might as well try that out. Please only be one wave. Uh-oh.
始める。吹き飛ばされないよう下がっていて。
Okay, 9 invincible hits. And they're gonna NP a return. Well then. Probably don't need it. Well.
失礼。こちらの話です。この名はアルビオン。教会を開く最後の竜。ジョフロワからプロモへ。時を示せ。行けいたいと。
Jeez. Ah, damn it. Man, have break bars too. MPing probably won't help then. So was I just supposed to, like, wait for them to fill the field and then NP? That seems to be the case here. Oh, thank God. Oh God, I don't have Pierce Invincible anymore. That is a problem. Don't call for backup, please. God damn it! Oh. That's weird. These Oslo mare seem tougher than usual, and they're using weapons I've never seen before, too. Let me at him, I wanna fight him! I'll fight him real good! Fight, 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 fight!
Yeah! Yeah! There's no end of them! We can't handle all of this alone! Come on, you all! What are you doing? Help us out here! I'm sorry, but I can't deal with dinos. Any more than 2 of them I get all itchy.
Got it. Everyone, fall back!
See? See? How is that helpful here? How the heck are we gonna get past that? Indeed. This could be quite the conundrum. Dino's soldiers have been stationed at equidistant points all across the plains. They must be keeping watch for Oslomere attempting to make their way here from the lower strata. We might be able to sneak past them in the jungle, but there's nowhere to hide out in those plains. There's no chance of them listening to us either. Dinos with jobs are quite stubborn. They take their duties very seriously and work tirelessly for hours on end. There's no point in trying to negotiate with them. If we try to pass, pain is all we should expect.
Dinos are really into expressions about pain, huh?
Pain is one of the few sensations we dinos experience. So many tend to reference it in their speech. I recommend we return to the road and make a detour at Chichen Itza. If these dinos are guarding the way on behalf of the king of dinosaurs, then we'll simply have to receive authorization to pass from the king himself.
I see. Then I take it we'll find Chichen Itza at those ruins we saw in the distance early this morning?
Correct. Chichen Itza is a holy land dedicated to protecting the sun. It is the one place in Mictlan where dinos live and gather together. It is also where we will find a being you call a god, Kukulkan, the teachings of the sun.
These are ruins?
A Triceratops! Welcome to the City of Dinos, everyone. It was built by expanding and renovating the remains of an ancient city. So you may find the buildings and various facilities a bit large for your taste, I'm afraid. A bit? You call this a bit? This is all at least twice as big as anything humans would build. This might as well be a city of giants to a short fairy like me. Hell, I'm barely a meter tall even when I'm floating. I can't even climb these stairs. Guess this means I'll just have to go back to the the Ortonax for now. And I was really looking forward to my first time sightseeing in a Lost Belt too. Don't worry, Habitat. You can always ride on my shoulder if you want. I'm a Triceratops!
Ah, my dreams come true. Or how about I carry you instead?
Okay, this is just too freaking weird. What the hell did you do, Rasputin?
Haha, I'm glad you like my disguise spell. The incident in the plains made it abundantly clear that we weren't going to get far in the Dino City looking like humans. Though it is not my particular area of expertise, I attempted a bit of magecraft. That is, a sacrament. To disguise Barrow Draco, Mash, and myself as dinos. Don't worry, it's merely an illusion. Think of it as a kind of augmented reality.
It was a big help, Father Kotomine. We wouldn't have been able to enter the Itza so easily otherwise. It's a good thing we have him here helping us, isn't it, Senpai?
Rawr! I'm glad you like it, but please stick to human language, if you don't mind. Besides, the other dinos won't think anything of it, even if they overhear us speaking our language.
Too bad you, Olga Marie, and Marine couldn't come with us. Yes, it is, but Director, you, Olga Marie said... Disguise myself as a lizard? Of course not. No, I'm not going to camp out... No, I'm going to camp out here at my embassy. You'll stay here too, right, Butler?
I'm afraid I can't, young miss. I'm too interested in Chichen Itza to pass up this chance. I hope a nice souvenir will be enough to earn your forgiveness. Would you prefer something edible or something decorative?
Wait, now you're deciding what you do? Are you sure you're my butler? I'll be tugging along in my spirit form, so I won't need a disguise. Oh man, I can't wait. We didn't have any jungles back in the land of fairies, you know. I can't wait to see what kind of fairies they have here and have in there. It looks like you'll be the only one staying here, Yuo. I do think you would be fine even without a disguise, but oh well. Really? Then I'll stay behind too. I don't want to leave Yuo all by herself. And fade back. That being said, our goal is to rendezvous with the Stormborder. All we need to do is get permission to pass. As long as we can do that, they shouldn't have to wait outside the city for too long. Yeah, I guess that's true. I probably shouldn't have treated this like a sightseeing trip. On another note, Chichen Itza, right? Way more dinos here than I expected. Do you know how many live here? It was about 2,000 dinos back when I was still living here. But it seems the Oslomet Huns have driven a great many dinos here from all over Miglan. I would guess there are about 2,400 dinos here now.
That's it? Even though they came from all across Miglan?
Once the Crypta came along and the Oslome built Mexico City, many dinos have died at their hands. I'm sure some dinos are still hiding out in the jungle, but as a whole, dinos are now on the verge of extinction. In fact, it would be safe to say our extinction is assured at this point. For a time, the Oslo may primarily target females, so there wouldn't be any new generations. And even if a new generation were to be born, their future would be hopeless, given that Miglan itself will be ending soon. You mean, because we'll be cutting down your tree of emptiness? Ah, yes. That's a possibility as well, isn't it? Please, don't worry about us, Mash. You either, Bear Draco. You need to worry only about making the choices necessary for your survival. And all that should concern us is what we do with the time we have left.
May I ask you two things, Tepu? There's a structure on the main street over there that looks like a store. What is its purpose? If it's a business, does that mean the concept of currency has a place in your lives?
Oh yes, money. That's one of proper human history's inventions, isn't it? No, we don't have anything like that. That building simply displays many things dinos may need. If you need anything there, it is free for the taking. The dinos there is only present for safety reasons. Dinos can vary greatly from individual to individual, you see. Something that may be a boon for one dinos could be a poison to another. So they have a dinos who understands those differences standing by to explain what each item does.
So it's a completely demand-based system? Not even any bartering?
Why is that?
Probably because dinos lack almost nothing, and humans are constantly lacking almost everything. They can't get sufficient nutrients just from moving their bodies. They lack the requisite internal resources to satisfy their minds. They always seek what is better, or simply to have more of something than their neighbors. That unending want is what drives humans to crave wealth, to find new and better ways of accumulating it. Money is the blood of human society, and it's built on the fact that every one of our lives is finite. The dinos, on the other hand, possess strong bodies and calm minds. They want for nothing. It would simply never occur to them to steal from each other.
It's true. Dinos have never gone to war with one another. We have no racial differences like you do in proper human history. Oh, I suppose there is our ritual.
Oh my god.
So, Cocktapiolistly competition? But that is a very peaceful thing. Sorry, what? It's essentially what the priest would call prayer. We give thanks to the sun for its light, and pray for it to stay.
Pray for the sun to stay. Tepu, I believe it's time for my second question. That building over there, the one which resembles a Mesoamerican pyramid, is that an altar where the king dwells? There are buildings like that in proper human history, as well, but those buildings lack...
That ore on top of the altar that seems to stretch up to the sky. It looks like some kind of jade crystal. Oh, interesting. So you have sun altars in proper human history too? I suppose the desire to draw closer to the sun must exist across many cultures. That altar is what makes Chichen Itza a holy land. It is where the sun both begins and ends. That is the solar sojourn. In proper human history, the sun is in outer space, and the earth revolves around it, yes? But there is no outer space in Miglan. Our sun lives here, with us. From what you've told me of proper human history, it seems our sun is a tiny artificial one. It begins its journey here, in Chichen Itza, travels all the way to the ninth stratum, then makes its way back. That altar is the sun's house. It gives the sun a place to stay, gives it strength, and sends it back on its way. That is how the sun works here in the clan. Does that answer your questions?
I see. I've been wondering how the sun manages to float up there in the sky. Since Miklan's gravity affects its outer edges, or sides depending on your perspective. But it seems the sun is an independent relic of sorts, quite separate from the laws of governing Miklan.
I believe it is, yes. But permit me to make a correction. Those pillars you see reaching up to the sky are not ore, but a plant. Their resin is what gives them that shining appearance. That altar is the very top of the outer space tree that runs through all of Miklan. Does that answer all of your questions? Good. Then let us go to the altar now. I heard the King of Dinosaurs is a temperamental dinos. But I'm sure they will understand if we just explain our situation.
That's good to hear, but will we really be able to get an audience with this king so easily?
Oh yes. As a matter of fact, I was once one of Chichen Itza's priests. I left before the King of Dinosaurs appeared, so I've never met them myself. But I still have my record of accomplishments, or rather, my connections, to vouch for me. Besides, we have no concept of things like territory or national borders. Anyone is free to go wherever they like in Miklan, just like the sun.
Tapu! What are you doing here?
Go choke on a corn cob! Damn it! Who let the Heterogos thinker like you all the way into the holy solar sojourn chamber in the first place? And who are those young dinos there with you? Huh! Did you come here just to show off how clever your prize pupils are, bastard?
They aren't my pupils, they are my teachers. I've been learning a great deal from them. At any rate, I'm glad to see you're in good health, Priest Vukub. I'd like an audience with the King of Dinosaurs. Would you mind letting us through?
Would I? Of course I'd mind! The king is very busy dealing with the Oslo Met right now. You wouldn't know this since you so blissfully retired to the jungle, but the Oslo Met are vicious creatures called humans. The king understood this was an existential threat to the dinos, so he closed off the plains and vowed to fight. Chichen Itza is no place for a gutless coward like you. Leave, now!
I'm afraid you're mistaken, Vukub. I have a home here. I still have a home here. I made it myself.
That's not what I mean, damn it! Soldiers! Soldiers! To me! Get this ingrate out of my sight! Immediately! Don't let him anywhere near the King of Dinosaurs' chambers!
See?
Tapu, are you actually kind of, well, clueless? Tapu, if you'll forgive my saying so, you don't seem to be on the best of terms with that Vukub fellow.
It's true. Vukub despises me. To him, I'm little more than spoiled corn. He even sent assassins after me a number of times. I had no idea he'd been promoted all the way to head priest. Pity I forgot to congratulate him. So, if the head priest hates you that much, then...
Looks like we're not gonna get an audience with the King of Dinosaurs anytime soon. At least not through the front door. That Vukub guy seems mashing Bill Draco now, so we can't go and ask for an audience on our own now either. They'll turn us away just for being friends of Tapu.
Ouch. Well, there's nothing more we can do about that now. We'll have to change tactics. Since Tapu's connections turned out not to help, we'll just have to find another way. I say we look for someone else here in Chichen Itza who would be willing to help us and meet with the King of Dinosaurs via a different route. Then we'll need to start by gathering information.
I agree. This isn't a problem we'll be able to resolve overnight. In which case, we'll need a place where we can relax and think. Tepu, are there any shared lodging facilities for visitors to Chichen Itza?
Why don't we use my old house? It should still be standing. It's off the main road quite a ways, so we should be able to discuss property history without being overheard. Oh, and let's have UO and Marie come with us too. Of course, none of you are dinos, so it would be best if we stayed together as much as possible.
Can't say I expected a pterodactyl to be the priest. Or even a pterodactyl at all, really. That made it sound like they were shunned in society.
Hey guys! Congrats on a hard day's work! I managed to get into the city without any trouble just by sticking close to UO.
That's because the other dinos thought you were one of my accessories, so be careful, because that won't work if you get too far away from me. Anyway, thanks for coming to get us. Sounds like we've got yet another problem on our plates. So you refused an audience with the king of dinosaurs, huh? I get it. I'm not in the habit of seeing unscheduled visitors either. We've only got one choice then. I just have to destroy the altar. Doesn't matter how high and mighty they are. Once they don't have a palace to live in, they'll have to come outside.
We needn't escalate matters quite so dramatically, young miss. In fact, doing so would cause serious diplomatic issues. Our only problem at present is that Tepu's reputation proved lacking. We have other options still available to us.
Right, tonight we'll discuss what to do at Tepu's house. Then in the morning we'll go out into town and gather information. I see. Alright, if you guys are okay with that, then I am too. Okay, Tepu, show us the way to your house. I'll hear more of what you've got to say once we're there. Yes, I think that would be for the best. I'll need to tidy the place up, since I've been away for quite some time. But I dare say you won't find anywhere else quite like it in all of Chichen Itza. I'm rather proud of it. It may be a little too big for your taste, but I can promise you that you'll at least get a very good night's rest. Good night's sleep.
How long did you say you've been away again? It's been reclaimed by the jungle!
I'm sorry about this. As you can see, we spread up just about anywhere. I'd like to think that those of us lucky enough to own gardens in either Property History or this Lost Belt share similar struggles. I trust I can count on your help with weeding and pest control?
Yeah, I really relate to that statement. Alright, how many waves is this? So, at least 3. Got one buster card.
でお前の話していきます好き放題扱ってあげましょうああもうちゃんと指導して私が身の程を知れ演説の時来たわ
Alright,
ね
time to get the cards back. Then another buster.
ちゃんとああもう身の程を知れ
And another buster. Nice. And that is GG.
あもうあの辺りねあもう演説中よ静かになさい
Or not.
動かないでギャラクシー絶対に逃がさないこの星を滑るものであるはい NSS サービスですイノベーション始めます演説の時来たわこの星を滑るものである見せないわよ見せないってば今はダメって言ってるじゃないあのちゃんあもう演説中よ静かになさい知っているかしらキラッキラにしてあげる愛らしいウサギに狩られる気分はどうですか盗作的で癖になるでしょう
Those tomatoes.
Talia really does impressive work. I can't believe it. My dilapidated old house looks absolutely pristine. I think you may be giving us a little too much credit, but I do feel satisfied with our job here. But Senpai and I really can't take all the credit. Cleaning's totally my thing! I can even make an oil-splattered engine room shine like a mirror.
And kitchen cleanup is one of my greatest talents as well. Cleanliness leads to living prudently.
It's true. We could never have finished this quickly without you two.
I didn't know you carried a cleaning mask, Father.
Well, I can't possibly thank you enough. I've wanted to try cleaning every corner of this place before, but there's only so far these arms can reach. So I'm afraid my cleaning sweeps here have always been somewhat lackluster, since Chichen Itza is quite literally built on the back of ancient ruins. Most dinos don't mind since they're nature lovers to begin with, but dirt and dust accumulating in corners has always irked me. I even thought about moving into a less civilized environment just so I wouldn't have to worry about keeping it clean. Is that why you were living in that cave so far away from the city? Oh no, I had other reasons for that. I primarily wanted to get away from the nature-loving dinos. But never mind that. Now, I was hoping you and Bell Draco could tell me more about proper history. I believe you said there was a city called Chichen Itza in your world too, yes? What was it like? What sort of civilization did it belong to? Well, I'm far from an expert on the subject, but I'd be glad to tell you what I know. In proper human history, Chichen Itza was a Mayan city located on the Yucatan Peninsula of modern-day Mexico. The Mayan civilization lasted from around 2000 BC to AD 1697. The era from 2000 BC to AD 250 is known as the pre-classic period. From AD 250 to AD 900 is known as the classic period. And finally, the period from AD 900 to the late 17th century as the post-classic period. Each of these periods is said to have experienced their own decline and subsequent rise to prosperity. As for Chichen Itza, it was built by the Itza people, Mayan for water sorcerers, in the post-classic period. The Itza are thought to be either outsiders to the Mayan civilization or descendants of Mayans who managed to escape the fall of their central hub. But wherever they came from, when they arrived in the peninsula with its abundance of natural wells, or cenotes, they named it Chichen Itza, or the mouth of the well of the water sorcerers. The Itza people also worship a god of wind and water they called Kukulkan. The same god is known as Quetzalcoatl in Aztec mythology, which came later.
You mean Mayan mythology and Aztec mythology are different?
Many of their myths are similar thanks to their shared origin in Latin America. But yes, at their heart, they're fundamentally different religions. Put crassly, the Mayan civilization was sort of like a rough draft for the more polished Aztec civilization. Kukulkan. So they existed in proper human history as well. Yes, of course they did. And yet, proper human history, Mayan civilization still fell, even when they had their god protecting them? Well, yes. When the Mayan civilization declined, the gods disappeared as well, and all of Latin America entered its age of humanity. Mayan civilization is thought to have been created by the Mayan people, but in truth, it was the creation of many different tribes and hamlets. Their descendants broke into several different ethnicities, like the Tzotzil and the Quiche. The name Maya is now believed to have come many years later from the city-state Mayapan. During the classic period, Mayan civilization was composed of around 60 to 70 city-states. Even after civilization first collapsed, the Mayans went on to create numerous cultures and histories during the post-classic period. They are even believed to have been physically stronger and more mentally advanced than the average person at the time. City-states like Copan, Tikal, Calakmul, and Palenque flourished thanks to the prolonged period of continuous competition and cooperation. These cultures had advanced written language and astronomical practices, and built incredible structures like the Pirámide de la Tanta, a pyramid in the Mayan city of El Mirador. By using the observatory El Caracol, which meticulously tracked the stars' movements, they created 2 calendars and officially managed the lives of their people. Although the Mayans never had a single unifying dynasty, the kings of their various city-states did forge alliances. Still, technological progress isn't a matter of manpower alone. It's also greatly affected by their environment, the kind of crops they can grow, and the ore they can mine, and the climate they live in. The harsh climate of Mesoamerica helped to form a vibrant mythology. It also made the Mayan people very strong, but prevented them from making much progress when it came to hand tools, like weapons. After the central culture gradually shifted from the Yucatan Peninsula to the central Mexican plateau, the same thing happened with the Aztec civilization, which flourished in the post-classic period. Their arms consist primarily of wooden weapons, like spears, bows, and makana, swords made of wood, with shards of obsidian embedded in their edges. They never developed guns, nor did they have mounted cavalry. So there's a strong argument to be made that the people of Mesoamerica lag behind European nations in matters of warfare. And then, the successor to Mayan civilization, the flourishing Aztec kingdom, collapsed in the mid-16th century. It did not collapse because of strife with bordering kingdoms. They were overrun by foreign conquerors who came from across the sea. From across the sea? What do you mean? They were led by a Spanish conquistador named Hernan Cortes. He landed on the shores of Central America with only a few trusted companions, and eventually conquered the Aztec capital of Tenochtitlan. The Aztec kingdom at the time, the Aztec king at the time, Moctezuma II, died in the ensuing upheaval. In the end, Hernan Cortes and his fellow conquistadors destroyed the Aztecs. From then on, the Aztec lands became Spanish territory, dubbed Nueva España, meaning New Spain, which would later become Mexico.
I've heard of that. Less than 500 Spaniards destroyed an Aztec kingdom of tens of thousands of people. I remember an Aztec legend that went something like, though the good god Quetzalcoatl may have vanished after being defeated by the evil god Tezcatlipoca, one day he will return from the northeastern lands and restore Aztecs to their former glory. By that time, the Age of Gods had already ended, but that didn't stop people from believing. At the time, Quetzalcoatl was believed to have white skin and a black beard. So when Cortez appeared matching that description, Moctezuma II believed him to be the second coming of Quetzalcoatl and welcomed him as a guest. I get the feeling there may have been more to the story than that.
Good and evil, creation and destruction, sun and darkness, Tezcatlipoca and Quetzalcoatl. But the Mayan Aztec peoples didn't believe the relationship between the two gods to be quite so simple.
Right. I'll go into...
Okay, I just gotta search this up.
Tezcatlipoca.
Tezcatlipoca.
Right. I'll get into Tezcatlipoca and Quetzalcoatl's relationship more later. Cortez used the Aztec people's belief in the legend of Quetzalcoatl to his advantage. He won the Aztec Empire's hostile neighboring tribes to his side, and with their help conquered their capital, though he was outnumbered. Aztec Empire? Didn't you say it was a kingdom earlier? Yes, I did. At this time, the Central American plateau was home to many different city-states. In the case of the Aztecs, the two cities of Tlacopan and Texcoco had sworn an alliance and formed a powerful empire. They used that combined power to dominate the neighboring tribes. It's said that in the Aztec kingdom's capital city of Tenochtitlan, over 50 people were sacrificed to the rain god Tlaloc and the tribal god Huitzilopochtli every day. Wait, what? Every day?
The Aztec people regularly waged war with neighboring city-states and used their overwhelming military force to capture a great many people to use as slaves and sacrifices. I can only imagine how much those neighbors must have hated them. Right. The Aztec Empire's success was built on countless bodies and all the resentment that created. So Cortez wasn't solely responsible for their downfall. Bad blood has been building between the Aztecs and their neighbors for many years by then.
When it came to warfare on flat land, the Spaniards' guns and cavalry gave them an overwhelming advantage. The Aztec Empire simply did not have anything similar to use. Neither guns nor horses were much help in the jungle, and the Aztecs had a tremendous advantage in terms of numbers. And that is why probably Cortez's smartest decision was not to wage war with the neighboring tribes, but instead to enlist them as allies against a common enemy in the Aztec Empire. He then spread rumors that he was the second coming of Quetzalcoatl, and instead of being treated as an invader, he openly paraded through Tenochtitlan's gates, took Moctezuma II's prisoner, and occupied the Aztec capital. In the end, the Aztec Empire was destroyed in the name of the Spaniards' greed and the neighboring tribes' fury. Though they arguably had the most powerful empire on Earth at the time, to say nothing of the flourishing capital, Tenochtitlan, it still collapsed from within, unable even to fight a proper war. Moctezuma II hadn't believed in the legend of Quetzalcoatl's second coming, or if the Aztec Empire had been less receptive to outside cultures, then history of Mesoamerica might have gone very differently.
Yeah, that's why Moctezuma II was said to be the ruler who brought about the end of the Aztec Empire. He was blamed for the error of welcoming a foreign invader as an Aztec god. And in the end, it was his own people, the people of Tenochtitlan, not the Spaniards, who killed him. The Spaniards actually let Emperor Moctezuma go free. But then the nobles and other people of Tenochtitlan stoned him to death.
There are numerous theories as to why the Spaniards let him go, but the most prevalent says that they wished to avoid being seen as having committed regicide themselves.
Anyway, that was a very abridged history of Proprium History's Mesoamerica, but it's all I can tell you. I hope it was helpful. Oh yes, certainly. Those guns you mentioned. That is what the tools the Oslomer use are called, yes? So there were conquerors from the outside world. Guns used to suppress the local tribes. Massacres. That all sounds just like what's been happening in Macallan as of late. Which would make David the Cryptor our very own Hernan Cortez. Oh, I'm not blaming you for that. It's... how can I put this? I'm simply struck by the similarities, is all. We have our golden city, Chichen Itza, and Kukulkan, the teachings of the sun, and Proprium history had an altar city, also named Chichen Itza and Kukulkan, who was a god of wind and water. We also have our subterranean world named Macallan, and you have your underworld, also named Macallan. As I told you back in the cornfield, we never had a concept of such a thing as a god. We learned about that from David, the Cryptor. Our teachings of the sun, Kukulkan, only came to be called a god because of what we learned from him. I feel as though this notion of gods fits much better now. Not to say one is real and the other is false. I'm merely saying that thanks to this new knowledge and perspective, what had simply existed till now has been replaced with something wholly new. It's all very exciting, though there are still some parts I don't clearly understand. I think I'd like to learn more about these gods of proper history next. That is, Tezcatlipoca and Quetzalcoatl. It is rather late now, though. Why don't we call it a night, and I'll show you to your beds.
Let me ask you one thing first. Tapu, you dinos clearly don't belong here in Chichen Itza. If anything, your lifestyle here seems to be based on those of people from proper history. Who built the city? The being you called the King of Dinosaurs?
Oh no, the King of Dinosaurs only showed up quite recently, so he had nothing to do with Chichen Itza. No, it was Kukulkan who built Chichen Itza. In fact, it is said Kukulkan, the sun god, built the city to oversee all of Mictlan.
So many consonants, so many vowels. It really emphasizes my speech impediment. Alright. 5 sections. We might be able to finish this before 11. Section 5. Life in Chichen Itza. God damn, that's not again. Best night's sleep I've had in a long time.
Your brainwaves are back to their usual amplitude, so I guess he reduces their output at night? Good morning, Senpai. It was so nice having individual rooms last night, wasn't it?
I miss cuddling, though.
And good morning to you too, you Olga Marie. I see you still like to get up early, just like... Good day. Oh, wait, my mistake. It should be good morning, shouldn't it? I'm glad to see you slept well. Give me a moment, and I'll fetch some corn for breakfast.
Morning! I slept great. It's so nice to be being in a safe city for once.
I didn't know you could sleep too, Marine. I usually stay dormant in my spirit form to conserve energy, but I don't have a spirit form, right?
Nope. We Marines might be Captain Nemo's clones, but we're not actually heroic spirits. If we enter our spirit forms too far away from the storm border, we won't be able to materialize again. The only reason I can be here as an individual now is because of power being supplied by Chaldea and Trismegius II. The storm border keeps us stocked up on magical energy too. That's why the Nemo series can work so hard. So being able to sleep as well as we did last night's a big help. It lets me reduce my magical energy consumption, and even recover a little. I had no idea. Well, of course, you wouldn't know if we were still on the border. It's not like Captain ever explained. I may not be able to use my spirit form, but there are plenty of upsides to this. Like, no matter how injured I get, once I get back to the Nautilus, I can switch out with another Marine while I go heal until I'm back to my old self. There's always 12 active Marines, but there are a total of 24 of us. Strength in numbers. Oh right, there's only 19 of us now. We lost 4 in Atlantis and 1 in Britain. Is that right?
Please be seated. Apologies. Old habits die hard, and I'm so accustomed to giving mass. One of the drawbacks of being a pseudo-servant. Anyway, I know it's early, but I was hoping we could get this morning's universal meeting started. I trust you don't object, young miss?
I'll allow it. I've already got the materials ready to go for the meeting.
What materials?
Why do we need materials? That's the Olga Marie I remember.
Better not interrupt the meeting once it's underway.
So cool.
Oh, I see you remembered one of your abilities. How wonderful. Now, according to this footage, the only route into the throne room is the staircase leading up to the altar. And since it is always patrolled by dino soldiers, it is not an option for us. Furthermore, the President has been closely observing the King of Dinosaurs' private quarters. The building that looks like a summer home. But as far as she's been able to tell, there is no one there at the moment. So even if we were to force our way to the temple, it seems unlikely we would have a chance to meet with the king.
Does this mean they're ramping up security even more than we expected?
Against a possible Oslomea attack, you mean? I'm afraid we have to ask the dinos about that. Okay, I just gotta double check the pronunciation of that one. I'm pretty sure it's Oslomea. I can't. It's not even part of the thing. Great. Okay, so. Do.
Osalame.
Yeah, Oslomea. All we can say for certain, right now, is that it will be difficult to make contact with the King of Dinosaurs via normal means. Which is where this comes in. Tell me, Baron Draco, what does this place look like to you? A venue for a political rally? No. Do try to think before you speak. Okay, I gotta look up this one, definitely. It's so long, too. Catapeyolisti. I don't. This isn't turning up anything. It's being like all corrected to a different word, I think. So I have no idea if this is the right one. I got nothing. I can't find anything about pronunciation for this one.
That's the Sokapeyolisti. We call it Sokta for short. Shrine. Sokta is a ritual we dinos perform to honor the sun. It's one of the few, no, the only form of entertainment we have. What about it? Last night, I boosted my sensory abilities and started scanning the thoughts of all dinos around the city. Their baseline color is green, the pivotal color in your world. Never mind that, though. The point is, this is a subject on which their thoughts were the most varied. The next Sokta meet match is happening tomorrow morning. I can't wait. I wonder which team is gonna win. The winning team will receive personal congratulations from the king and blessings straight from Kukulkan. Well, doesn't it sound like we get to meet this king of dinosaurs if we took part in this ritual?
You're amazing, Madam President.
Well, of course. It's my job to listen to Earthlings' voices.
So what is Sokta anyway?
That I don't know. Your Earthling rituals are still mysterious to me. Sokta involves using any part of your body besides your hands to score goals by sending a ball about this big into a net about this big. It's a very challenging ritual. I doubt proper history has anything like it. I used to want to be a Sokta player myself when I was a young dinos. It took me far longer to give up than it probably should have. Haha. Tepu? That sounds a lot like
European football.
Say what? Let's go over the plan one more time. Our goal is to win the Sokta turn.
Wait, is this pronounced soccer? Sokta? Is this a pun?
Win the Sokta tournament. Meet with the King of Dinosaurs and gain permission to cross the plains. To do that, we're going to need to befriend a strong Sokta player and convince them to let us join their team. Do we all understand the plan?
This seems like a really ambitious plan. And we have to win.
Yeah, it's not enough just to participate. If we want to see the king, we gotta win the whole thing.
That's why befriending a strong Sokta player is part of the plan, Marine. If I'm not mistaken, sports were a major ceremony in Mayan civilization as well. Apparently, a warrior was not considered worthy unless they could best their opponents in sports as well as combat. Tell us, Tepu, how many players are there on a Dino's Sokta team? Are matches played 2-on-2, 4-on-4?
Why would we hold an important ceremony with so few players? It's 11-on-11, just like as you'd expect. I'm sorry, but can we just abandon the pretense here and start calling it soccer already?
I understand how you feel, Mash. I even agree with you. Nonetheless, with the teams of that size, it's entirely possible that some teams lack the necessary number of players to compete. Fortunately, that may well give us just the opportunity we need to join a team.
So, I guess now we go out into the city and look for Sokta players. Let's see, the ritual's tomorrow, so we only have today. Luckily, I'm pretty sure days in McLaren are twice as long as ours. We ought to be okay as long as we hustle. Good point. We should get going now. Father Kotomine, would you disguise us as dinos again?
Of course. I've even spent the last day refining my disguise sacrament. Last time, we all wholly looked like dinos. But this time, I've made it so we'll only look like dinos to other dinos.
Really? So neither Barrel Draco nor Mash will look like dinos to me?
Correct. That goes for me as well, of course. Well, young miss, do you think you'll be able to accompany us now, despite your dislike for dinos?
Okay, I'm willing to compromise. What's more, you and I are going to have a competition of our own, Mash and Barrel Draco.
Okay, you're on.
Senpai? Heh, looks like I don't have to say anything more. Exactly what I expect from Kaldia's master. Though I don't really know why. There's nothing to be surprised about, Mash. Of course, finding the winning team is a competition in itself. I'm going to try to ensure the team I choose wins the whole ritual. You and Bear Draco are going to do the same with the team you choose. And as long as one of us wins, we'll still get an audience with the king of dinosaurs. So if anything, this only increases the chances of our plan succeeding. Ah, now I see. There are a total of 8 teams taking part in the ritual. So the more teams we can infiltrate, the greater our odds of being granted an audience. I think the idea of splitting up and searching for different teams to join is a very good one.
Very well, then. Bear Draco and Mash will be on one team, Young Miss and myself another, and Tapu Marine the third.
Got it. I play soccer with the other Marines all the time, so I'll make sure I find a good team.
Let's meet back here when the sun reaches the 4th stratum. It would be best if we stayed abreast of one another's progress.
Okay, let's go find ourselves a winning team. An assassin. The bugs again? Another blistering day. I hope the jungle birds are okay. Especially since the native creatures of the wetlands can't convert energy like we can. If the heat is this bad for the next week or so, I'm concerned they might dry up and wither away.
Hey, it's not all bad. The brighter the sunlight, the bigger the corn stalks. And the fact that the sun's so close means Kukulkan's nearby too. Maybe they'll even appear to us, like I heard they did for the priest Vukub.
Well, let's not talk about Vukub. I'm so pissed about all the dinos his choices have killed. Right now, I just want to forget everything except the Sokta ritual. I hope it turns out vivid and beautiful. Sokta's been better than ever since the cryptors showed up. There have been fewer casualties too. What? Anyway, it really is hot today. I hope the priests are interpreting Kukulkan's feelings correctly.
I guess it makes sense that the main street would get busy during the day. These dinos are really big. We'd better make sure none of them step on us by mistake.
Hey! There are some small dinos out here too. I don't think they're kids or anything.
There's supposed to be a whole bunch of different dinosaur species, right? Know anything about them, Bear Draco? Pretty much just that they were around in the Mesozoic era.
I give you some information if you'd like.
Come on, Bear Draco, let's hear what she has to say. Dinos lived during Earth's Mesozoic era. In 1959, a herder named Victorino Herrera discovered a new species of dinosaur fossil from the Mesozoic era's Triassic period. They called it Herrerasaurus. And in 1986, when they found more skeletons of the species, they became the oldest known dinosaur fossils at 228 million years old. This discovery proved to be a turning point in the field of paleontology,
as more people began studying ancient life with renewed interest and fervor. After years of research, they discovered that the supercontinent of Pangaea began to significantly break apart 50 million years after Herrerasaurus' time, during the Jurassic period. And that dinosaurs that lived on the now separated continents had evolved significantly to adapt to their new environments. Among these evolutions, the most notable was probably the gigantification of certain species. And this period is when large dinosaurs like Apatosaurus first appeared, as well as the truly enormous 30-meter-tall Supersaurus. 55 million years later, during the Cretaceous period, dinosaurs were unchallenged in their position at the top of the food chain. The Tyrannosaurus rex, perhaps more commonly known as the T-Rex, is, well, without doubt, the best known dinosaurs of all. It's arguably the superstar of the prehistoric world. The Triceratops and the most famous Ceratopsian, the mothery Maiasaura, the long neck Dilophosaurus, a sauropod, the adorable Parasaurolophus with its distinctive crest. For airborne species, we have the famous Pteranodon and the Quetzalcoatlus, the largest flying dinosaur ever discovered. For quack-like, we have Mosasaurus and the Kronosaurus, a species somewhat similar to crocodiles that was one of the deadliest predators of its time. And that's just a small sample of many species of dinosaurs who lived on Earth in the Cretaceous period. But the dinosaurs' reign ended along with the Cretaceous period, and one of the big 5 extinction events. It was the fifth of these that wiped out the dinosaurs along with most life on Earth at the time. You mean the mirror impact? Yes. The 5 massive extinction events, or Big 5, that took place on Earth in the past included major changes in sea levels, fluctuations in the Earth's crust, meteorite collisions, and global ice age. The event that wiped out the dinosaurs is believed to be the Cretaceous Paleogene extinction event, in which a large meteorite collided with the Earth and caused a heat wave that spread across the entire planet. Dinosaurs disappeared from Earth after that. Our mammalian ancestors appeared shortly after. And now, approximately 6 million years later, we have modern humans. So, even though humans and dinosaurs lived on the same planet, we could be said to be from different worlds. Our environments were much too different for us to ever coexist. I'm so happy to have had a chance to meet dinosaurs like Tapu in this Lost Belt. Yeah, I know what you mean. Gotcha. So these dinosaur things were our predecessors, but by a really long time. So Mash, let me ask you something. Which dinosaur was the most dangerous? Oh, and that doesn't necessarily mean the strongest. I mean the wildest, cleverest, most deviously tenacious. I know the dinos aren't completely equivalent to proper human history's dinosaurs. But even so, it'd be good to know in advance what the worst kinds we could meet is, right? Then I have to go with the Dinochus. Dinochus wasn't very big, but they were very intelligent and vicious. Possessed sharp talons, traveled in packs. And there's evidence of them having hunted and eaten dinosaurs much larger than themselves. There are even famous scary dinosaur movies with velociraptors, whose appearances in the movie was based on Daimyo chests. Fortunately, there aren't any dinos in this Lost Belt which are connected to Daimyo chests. But if there were, I'd have no doubt they'd be the mafia of the dinosaur world. Wow, Mash, you're like a walking encyclopedia. Oh no, I'm sorry I rambled on for so long. Let's get back to the subject at hand, Master. Tepu was actually kind enough to give me a tip about where to find a member of a well-known Soka team. He said he should be trained in the Soka Shrine in preparation for tomorrow's ritual. He also said anyone can visit the shrine on weekdays. Let's go check it out now. I feel like I'm visiting a park on a holiday. Yes, I see a number of soccer players warm up here. All the dinos are so kind and mellow. I bet even the most intense Sokta rivalries they have are marked by warmth and mutual respect. So, they're all friendly and polite and stuff. Sounds like great sportsmanship. So, which is the team Tepu told you about? Is it the one with the T-Rex's landing header after header over there in the back? Let's see. He said they're called Team Death Rolling, and that they'd be practicing on the east side, second red platform. Death Roll? Hey there, bro. Always happy to meet a fan. Oh. Totally different vibe. Thanks for coming. We are the unfairly chivalrous Dino Chess Brothers 11. Absolutely flabbergasted. Oh yeah. Squeak. Nice to meet you, do that. We haven't seen you around here before, but there's nothing wrong with that. Welcome to the home of Team Death Rollin', astonishing 7-time consecutive winners of the Mazatil Taluti aka Deer Cup. Woohoo! I can't believe we still have fans. Reminds me of our glory days. So, just here to watch, or maybe cheer for us? I know it's sudden, but we can grab a bite to eat if you want. Just say the word and you'll have all the fresh corn, green beans, and even forbidden cacao beans you could want. Oh, there's a lot of them, huh? Completely speechless. We were actually hoping to join your team. Wait, hold up, brothers. I think these might be Master Tepu's friends. They sure smell like him. Maybe he somehow knew the trouble we were in and sent some folks to help. Gotta be. But we still have our pride. We're 7-time champs. We can't accept Master Tepu's help just like that. Not even if we've lost 200 rituals since he left. Alright, rookies, on the field, we're gonna see how good you can move. With our own 2 legs, squeak! Let's do this, bros! Utterly gobsmacked. Ah.
So I need Mash on the team. Where the hell is he? What are we up against? Assassins? I don't see this being a fast kill. Not when they make us force Havatron and Mash on the same team. Or front line. That was really long. We learned so much about dinosaurs.
第2第3宝具展開アルトリアーバル
Oh, this is gonna be a huge pain in the ass. What's your thing? Eject yourself in the opposing player when attacked. When HP reaches 0, eject yourself in the opposing player. Before allies in retreat after turn. Okay, so I have to kill that one first. Right, Havatron's a freaking rider. She's gonna do nothing.
早書きですカルウェナ急の仕事任せて運命をかけた戦いであれば腕の見せ所ってやつにかけてこれは君に待つ夢の生産どれほど辛い別れでも響くものを顔を上げてやべそこですやっ
Never go. Flash MF. Alright, so yeah, they're gonna keep retreating.
およそ私は番長なのさどこから手をつけたものかなおよそ私は番長なのさ要するに接続
Shouldn't need to.
一歩前にスライド
Nice. Nice. Ah, god damn it. Oh wait, I have Pierce Invisible. Oh my god, I can't believe my one random choice has actually helped.
Pinch. チャンスにオルテナンス全機能解放バンダーボルトリロード対終末対粛清防電済みですはじめよろしいそのオーダーに応えましょう時の終わり慣れた剣は彼の手霊言なる勝利を刻めラウンドオブアーマー
Oh, hope it kills.
東方の三八北欧の大神知恵の果実我が英知我が万能はあらゆる英知を凌駕する魚のウニベルサーレ
Nice, nice, nice.
もう終わりか北 他にも試したいことがあったのにな。
That worked out really well. That was some incredible ball handling! How did you even get your legs to move like that? You were like a cornstalk rustling in the wind, or a tochili, a rabbit running across the plains.
Bro, I can't believe such amazing players want to join our team. We're so lucky. Oh, so you're Bell Draco and you're MASH. We're the Dion Chess Brothers 11. You can call us the Dion Chess Brothers 11.
But there aren't even 11 of you.
So you notice, most dinos don't think twice about that. Okay, let's go back and look at some other teams. This one's gotta be a mistake.
Whoa, it's a talking Tochili. Wait, is it a Tochili?
Oh, I've never heard of a Tochitli dino before. Are we sure she's a Tochitli? She kind of reminds me of another animal. Almost like an ocelot, but not quite. Maybe some other free-spirited feline creature. Now, Habitrot, I know we didn't expect to have a practice game so soon, but this is the team Tepu mentioned. Hello everyone, it's nice to meet you all. Yes, we're here on Tepu's suggestion. We'd like to fill the vacancies on your team and play in tomorrow's game ritual. Would that be possible? Tomorrow? Oh, you mean the next sun cycle? You bet it's possible. Hell, you guys are already honorary Brothers 11. Now, we've got enough for a full team. We'll even get enough participation prizes for everyone. Don't be stupid, bro. These new teammates are so good, we're gonna end up winning our first match. You got that right. Now we don't have to worry about biting it in the first round. It sounds like you're all saying your sight's very, low. Aren't you one of the famous teams favored to win the whole ritual? Averting their eyes. You know, you kinda went flying after I barely touched you in the last match. Did that actually hurt, or were you just trying to play it up for the ref? No, it totally hurt, of course. We're like super sensitive, so it doesn't take much to knock us around. We definitely weren't trying to get sympathy from judges or even have them give up. Get our points a yellow card. Nope, not us. Never. I also noticed that you all seem entirely focused on offense, with no one guarding your own goal. Oh, that... Well, see, our defenders are out of action after a little, cacao bender. Never mind them, though. Why don't we talk cacao beans? I know tomato will make you sick, but they're good, right? Tapu! What were you thinking? Alright, it's gonna be another lesson. Okay, 10 more sets, just like that one. Bring the ball to the middle of the field without dropping it.
You there! Where's the hustle? Anyone slacking off will have to do bow poses until their legs fall off. I swear by my own trainer, the great King Leonidas, I will make you into proper Spartans.
I had no idea Big Sis match was so scary. Thank you, King Leonidas. Man, not even Master Tepu was this hard on us. Your old lady is something else. Sucks for you guys that you need to get across the plains, though. Well, then we better win, cause Priest of the Cubs never let anyone see the King of Dinosaurs otherwise.
You mean he's like that to everyone?
Oh yeah, the Cub's always been kind of a jerk, but he's gotten even worse ever since the King of Dinosaurs showed up.
I'm gonna guess there's no King of Dinosaurs, huh?
And now that he's in charge of all the soldiers' dinos, he's been acting like he owns all the Itza. We don't mind one way or the other as long as we get to play Sokta, but he's made some other dinos want to leave the city altogether. But hey, all that's just personal taste, right? It's not like he stopped Master Tepu from doing what he wanted, you know. Master Tepu used to coach us back when he was still living here. He used these formation things, and with those, we almost won every ritual we played.
You don't use them anymore?
It wouldn't make any difference even if we did. Each formation only worked once, because the opposing team knows what to expect afterwards. Master Tepu used to come up with different formations for every team we played against. Now that we don't have his formations anymore, we're back to sucking. The days we piled up the wins are way behind us. We're not really very big as dinos go, so we can't compete with the larger ones' body slams. So we've only managed to win by letting our opponents hit us and then playing it up so they get penalty cards. But even that stopped working after the Cryptor showed up and spread his stupid language around. The priest went back over the rules and they decided players could foul up to 3 times without any penalties. So now our defenders gotta let one guy hit them 4 times instead of just once, and that obviously led to some real accidents. That's why there's only 7 of us now. The bit about our defender sleeping off a cacao bender was a lie.
So why do you still play in spite of all of that?
We love it. Why else? There's just something special about Sokta. There's nothing like it. We know it's not essential to our survival. But running around with my bros, laughing and kicking a ball, is so satisfying.
So why didn't you ask Tepu to come back?
Well, sure, we would have rather he stayed at Chichen Itza. But Master Tepu's a lot more headstrong than he looks. He can't stand not understanding something. Being eccentric like he is wouldn't be so bad if there was anyone else like him around. But there's no one as different as Tepu in all of Chichen Itza. Hell, maybe among all dinos, period. He wasn't ostracized or anything. Nobody really minded. It was more like he just kind of realized he didn't fit in. That's how it seemed anyway. I'm a little unusual myself, even among my bros, so I could sort of tell how he was feeling. And that's why I convinced my bros not to stop him from leaving. I told them Tepu's better off alone, that being around people is harder for him. But I guess I was wrong. Looks like he had friends after all.
Running.
Running. What you up to, bro? You and Baron Draco trading secrets or something? It's great you're bonding and all, but don't he and Mash still need to get you know what? Because as far as I can tell, they don't have theirs yet. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, it was so obvious I didn't even think to mention it. Baron Draco and Mash, you don't have your own Socta balls. Every player's gotta have at least one of to offer to the sun. I'd give you my spare if I could, but Kukulkans could get pissed if your ball's not brand new. So go get the materials quick. You can find the sticky trees in the woods west of here. Make sure you and Mash each get one, Baron Draco. With you guys on our team, I think we have a real shot at enjoying the ritual for the first time in a while. Couldn't get finished at all. That down lesson took so long. Alright, I'm gonna call it night there because I actually gotta get to sleep. And we'll be putting this on pause because next time, Honkai Star Rail. Until then, thank everyone who joined me today, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye!